So here we go. What do I think of All Bridges Burning? Well, I can only give you my opinion from a solo perspective because that's the only game I've played. Played it about 3 or 4 times now, and I really like this game. As I've said in previous session reports, it's got a nice small footprint, so a really easily accessible game, which is nice given that we've got a number of large coin games in the collection. A small one's really welcome, so you can get that coin fix without having to take up all of the kitchen table space. And me at the moment, I'm in a small space, and this is perfect for taking up and setting down even mid-game. So really well done in that respect. And 5 cities, 8 provinces, so not a lot going on the map in terms of geography. So again, that's a plus for me in this game. It makes it more compact, more focused, and it allowed for me to enjoy the mechanics. I found the mechanics were they flowed really smoothly in this one here, the commands I should say, and I just found them easier to get into. I think partly because there's just so little going on in terms of geography, things just flowed that more smoothly. Now the sequence of play is pretty familiar to all of us, but the big change is the fact that 3 factions can all get to do commands in the same turn. That's really great. I think that'll be a real plus in a multiplayer game, which I'm really looking forward to playing this multiplayer. So great stuff in that regards. It's probably the most accessible coin out there, I think. Subject matter, this is the big plus for me in this game. In all my coin games, I really enjoy learning different aspects or different periods of history that I'm unfamiliar with, and the Finnish Civil War is certainly no exception. So it's fantastic to learn about something totally new and find it so interesting. And kudos to the playbook and the comments and everything in it. The designer notes, it just adds to that flavour. The factions are really interesting as well, particularly the moderates factions. The moderates as to how they're portrayed and who they portray. They're not one particular faction of how can I say it, one recognisable group in the Finnish Civil War. You really need to read up on the designer's comments as to how he came up with that faction. I think it's really interesting, and it makes you appreciate the commands and everything that the moderates have as to how they really fit into the picture. I'm not going to go into the details now, but suffice to say, it's part of the enjoyment of this game for me is actually reading those designer notes and seeing how the factions relate to history in the designer's interpretation. I know there's some debate over the moderates, but it's an interesting debate as well. So that's a really great thing, and I'm surprised that some people say, oh, they don't want to pick up this particular coin because it's there's a period that doesn't interest them. Or that's crazy to me. It's like, heck, this is history. This is why we game. We learn about history. We can play a million World War II games, and many of us do. And we turn away these sort of games. It's like, that's crazy. Yeah. Having said that, I know coin games aren't for everyone. Anyway, moving on. I love the way the Germans are modelled and the Soviet forces. In this particular game I've just played, the Germans really helped me as the Senate forces, but I didn't get their vassalage down at the end there, which really hurt me. And that models the situation as well, where you've got the Senate and the Reds wanting help to a certain extent from Russia and Germany, but then at the end of the day, they're really craving for independence as well, and that's factored into the game. So that's another fascinating aspect of the game as well. The overall game, I think, is outstanding. I think it does coin really well. It introduces just a few extra little novelties to it, which keep it alive and interesting. I can't recommend it highly enough. Absolutely love it. It's a first-class coin game. I'm talking from a solo perspective. I expect it'll hold up really well multiplayer as well. So well done to the designer. Highly recommended. All Bridges Burning, The Red Revolt, and White Guard in Finland, 1917 to 1918. Pick it up if you have a passing interest in coin games and or military or political history. Thanks for watching, guys.